My name is Paul. Andrew owns the Saber. I'm 71 years old, and I was born on the Cheyenne River Reservation, South Dakota, December 10th, 1939. That's quite a bit of time in many winters. And all I know is I'm here representing diabetes among Native American people, those who, the focus is at how to prevent diabetes. But I represent those who have it. And a lot of times when they bring in a message across America about this dilemma we have, this disease that affects, let's see, 1 in 6 people, I think it is. And I always wonder why I'm one of those 1 out of 6 when the rest of my family don't have it. And I don't believe that just because you're heavy that this causes you to be diabetic. I think there's a lot of other things. I don't want to get into that issue itself, but all I want to just say that at present I haven't been able to walk or run because there's so much of this trying to harness this trouble, maintaining balance, and I've literally become a pill head, depending on pills, and stick my finger and the needle on my finger to get a blood test. And today, for instance, a person asked me, well, I got sick today. And that person says, your blood sugar is up. And I said, well, what the hell difference does it make if it's up or down? I said, I have that, and it presents a problem to me, so I was sick, and I had to literally go down and get the local, Mexican restaurant down here and get a lingua burrito to survive. And it's going to be a hard journey for me because I have to take pills and I have to eat certain kinds of food, and at the same time try to walk or run, which is literally impossible because I literally have to have bits of food all day long. And so there's a bit of problem there. But other than that, I think I represent pretty good Native American who has this disease. It's a bad thing because it's killing all the Indian people. And it's surprising that when I was younger, it wasn't diabetes that was killing Native American people, it was alcohol. So you're looking at a problem here that's really unique and strange because now it isn't alcohol so much. It's, it's an insidious disease that is hard to maintain. There's no cure for it, and people always give the advice about eating certain foods and therefore you'll be well. But generally the people that tell me that are young and healthy already. So it's a little hypocritical. And instead of having somebody who does have the problem that I can more or less relate to, I have to I'll go outside to ask questions about this disease. And what do you do about it when you have it? And a lot of times with diabetics, a lot of people give in and choose to take insulin shots. They've tried to get me on insulin shots, and I won't do it. I've had other doctors tell me maintain health and exercise, but don't take insulin shots. It's just one step to the graveyard, because the outcome eventually is this disease ruins Native American people's, kidneys, and I want to know what can be done to get something to help this diabetic individual, because you have a lot of things here to talk about, such as emotions. I have a lot of trouble when emotions, I get angry or really excited, happy, and lo and behold, it gets worse because now my liver pushes more, sugar into my system, and more than any, and then it dissipates to be repeated another time, and it's just about monotonous. It just goes on and on. It keeps at you. So, if there's anything that be done about this, all the billions and billions of dollars spent on other diseases, and the disease of diabetes, which is unknown. It's very strange that nothing has been done about it other than making a lot of money for people. You can see tonight, when you're dressing something like this, turn it off for now. Look at this. Yeah, the emotions, disruptions. Just now, folks, there is, cars, just boop, 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 to disrupt everything. I'm not saying anything fantastic about going across America to do something about this problem of, the diabetes. But it's interesting that the first three letters says die. It's a disease, a terminal disease that's going to kill a lot of us before it gets better. And I don't know the answer to a lot of this thing and about going to the Capitol and talk to people who, one way or another, don't give a damn because they have other issues to talk about. And I wonder what's the outcome when we get there. And so I know that a lot of people who go there, they'll say things like, I'm not positive about that, I'm a, pessimist. But here I'm 71 years old, and to me it's just different things that's happened to me in my life, the gradual, the death of a body. And maybe that's as far as it can go as far as I'm concerned, because I'm in that category at the end of the line, And so I'm just more sensibly believing that, this is the last thing I can do while I'm here on this earth, halfway healthy, and have a good way of going out, so to speak. And I never thought that day would come, but I can imagine a lot of our grandfathers, grandmothers going through this thing on the centuries past, through whatever reason, and maybe it's the next generation that's going to have to pick it up and keep going and try to do something so that we have Native American people in this world before we're all dead from this disease that none of us asked for, and that it's right there doing the damage to all of us. And so you wonder about this thing that's it's eliminating us one at a time. And it's going to keep doing that till none of us here are even here anymore. And so a lot of things we have a chance of losing is our own culture. There's a cause and effect thing here. And I'm in this 21st century with, new ideas and computers and what have you, which I'm outdated, because of my age and circumstances. And so I think by the introduction of all these computers and everything else, it might be a good thing for the young people, but it's doing the same thing to the Native American people. They'll gradually, they wouldn't know what Native American would mean, if they're so well educated in the machinery of life. And so I really wonder the outcome of any of this. And I don't want to say anything that contradictory to anybody, whatever they said, what they believe. But if they don't say anything and tell what really is the thing about this whole issue, and don't look and face up to it and fight this disease, we won't be here much longer. And it's amazing that I went through alcoholism, whatever, and I survived. I sobered up, only to be attacked by a disease I never asked for. And I don't want other Native American people to go through this, to just their body gradually dying. And, this thing has killed a lot of Native American people, and I'm sure it's killed a lot of others, too. Yeah, and I don't, it's all this stuff we breathe in this air, and all these drugs we take. We made us legalized drug addicts to all medicines, to big corporations and everything. I'm sure they make a lot of money on those poor bastards here. And so I use that term because that's what I believe. And it's going to go on and on and on. We're going to have people. I'm surrounded by poverty. I'm surrounded by people, Native American people with wealth. I'm surrounded by people who are, suffering. This is 2011. It's still the same old thing, and doesn't seem to change. And here we are walking across country to try to say something so that we can live as a human being and not die on the side of the road of a disease that we never asked for, like I said before. And I'm sitting here to say something that this, American public does something so that we don't run around and die early deaths, and that we don't suffer no more in this system. And I want to be part of those that tries to do something, at least to say a voice about those who have active diabetes, and to prevent it from getting worse for the young people who are here. So as a representative of an individual who's infected by this problem, I say that I have to be here. I don't particularly like it being sick and dizzy and what have you every day, but if I can be here and make my presence known among Native American people who have this disease, and we have something to do together, struggle together and do something so we can, and our remaining lives will be, relatively, good, relatively peace of mind or something. Maybe something can be done. I don't know. And you imagine the little pancreas in our body that can't work anymore, a body that the sugar that all mankind depends on to survive, is something that is killing the Native American people. And that's really, really amazing that the very sugars that most people eat and enjoy is the thing that's killing us, and they don't know why. And I just wanted to say my part. Maybe we will find out someday, and maybe we'll find out why this is happening. It's amazing that I describe about all the things Native American people have went through. And when, like I said before, alcoholism, other things that oppressed our lives, freedom of religion, and name it, and that had to do with us. This little problem that trying to live a good life was something that's killing us. Somebody has to do something about it, because after walking across the country, hopefully, I hope just to be able to lose a few pounds. That's not too much to ask for on my part, and I leave it up to, hopefully the young people are strong enough to do something about this problem, that they'd have to do something. Otherwise we're not going to be here anymore. And we'll just become part of history, in the history books read by the people 2,000 years from now, that talks about us, that we once were human beings alive and roamed this earth in a good way. Now we have disappeared to a disease that no one understands. Thank you very much. Disease that no one understands. Thank you very much.